Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's One Solo here with DayZ Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for a DayZ video. So I know I haven't covered DayZ a whole lot on the channel, but I really have been enjoying this game. Yes, it is probably at one of its low points in the history of the game, still in early access, with the beta sort of looming, and we don't exactly know when the beta is actually going to be coming, but it is not going to be until after the new year. But I know a lot of you guys out there have watched some of my DayZ live streams, or you guys have played DayZ yourself, and you know, kind of want to know what's going on. So we got another status report on December 12th, and for the most part over the last, probably a couple months, they have been giving us these status reports with just a bunch of bullet points, talking about certain things that have been, progressing in the development, and kind of letting us know, like the stamina system is being, this and that, and guns and reloads and stuff like that. But we've never actually got to see any of these things, that are in development, being showcased. So we actually got the status report on December 12th, and it shows actually a few different things, some reload animations, some actual places in the open world that have been changed or reworked, and that is kind of the topic of conversation of this video. So if you guys have played DayZ, you will know what the Northwest Airfield is. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, military base in the actual game. High PvP zone, a lot of loot, a lot of weapons, a lot of military gear. It's one of the cooler places in DayZ to go and visit if you've never been there, and it's sort of a staple of the open world of Chernarus. With the beta coming sometime early 2018, one of the biggest reworks that's going to be part of the beta is going to be a fully reworked Northwest Airfield along with the surrounding landscape. So it's not even going to look the same, which, I'm kind of curious. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this because, it's one of the only things that really hasn't been touched a whole lot since its, inception, back when it actually was put into the DayZ open world of Chernarus. But I think it's good for the map. I think it's good to change some things up. It kind of refreshes the game, makes it feel new places to explore, new experiences, that whole 9 yards. And just the overall concept of it, as you guys will probably be seeing here, I'm going to put a picture up on screen. It looks completely different. If you guys have actually played DayZ and you've been to the Northwest Airfield, you'll notice, as you can kind of see off in the distance, is kind of the remnants of the existing Northwest Airfield. You have the double runways, you have some of the barracks and stuff on the left hand side way off in the distance, but across the runway it looks completely different. Before there was just a giant forest, you really couldn't see a whole lot. Now it's a lot it's pretty wide open with some, looks like some ruins and stuff over there, so I'm not exactly sure if those are all going to be like enterable buildings. But down here, more towards the focal point of this image, this is more towards what I would say up towards Bash, which is kind of at the north corner of the airfield, and it's probably, I don't know, a few hundred yards up in the woods off the north corner of the airfield. And currently there's only like one jail, like one military camo building, a couple little side buildings, an apple tree where you can get apples and stuff from, a military tree stand, and then also a watering hole where you can actually drink water from the pump. Now, as you can see here, there's a bunch of different outbuildings. There's like 5 or 6 military barracks where you're going to be able to find a lot of military gear and weapons and loot. There's a couple overhang buildings where, for instance, if you're out in the environment and you get cold or something, you can actually build a fire underneath of these things and you won't have to worry about the fire going out. And then you have the one giant jail camo building, also with a military sort of like truck building off there in the distance. And it looks completely different. I really think this is going to be a place that wouldn't be a bad idea to fortify with the new base building mechanics that are going to be coming in DayZ Beta. But I'm actually really excited to see this, in person. Obviously, we get one picture of it. We don't really get to see a whole lot of it. But they did say, DayZ Development did say that they're going to be working on a showcase video that should be coming out before the end of the year that's going to showcase a lot of cool new features, a lot of new areas and stuff. So look forward to that. If that is released, I will be covering that on the channel, guys. But overall, I just kind of wanted to touch base, talk to you guys a little bit about that. And, it's just going to be a really cool concept. Changing up the Northwest Airfield, all of the new textures and roads and stuff that they're going to be adding to the game. And, just real quick, I'm going to go down a short list of just some of the new physical things that you're going to notice in DayZ. So they're going to completely redo the Northwest Airfield along with the surrounding landscape. There's going to be 200 kilometers of tourist trails. So it's not just going to be just barren land, woods and stuff. There's actually going to be little trails and stuff that you're going to be able to take. And I really think this is going to kind of tie in with once they put the bike in the game. It's going to make it easier so you can kind of follow these trails on the bike. New locations on the western border of Chernarus, because the western border is kind of a very low populated area. There's not a whole lot out there. There is like one military base and a couple of evacuation checkpoints that are on some of the roads, but other than that, the west side of the map is pretty empty. So you're going to be seeing a lot more stuff out there on the west border of Chernarus. New points of interest across the map, you know, maybe some castles and ruins, and, you know, maybe some radio towers and stuff cool like that. New models for bushes and rocks, which you might not think that's a big deal, but, you know, just changing the way some of that stuff looks is going to make it feel sort of like a brand new game, especially with the brand new engine coming into DayZ. It's really going to kind of refresh it and make it feel new, make it feel a little bit different. And then also new textures for the roads and damage on the roads and vehicles and stuff like that. So it's going to make it so that you can kind of, it's the entire game is getting a rework with the textures and models and stuff. So it's going to make it so it feels completely different than it does now, which is going to be a godsend, I guess you could say, because, you know, DayZ has been in early access for 4 years. Really, it's been on the same engine. It's looked very similar. Yeah, they've upped the textures and changed some of the models and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's been pretty close to the same for 4 years. So once beta hits, we're going to be seeing a brand new Chernarus, new locations, new Northwest Airfield, new textures, new models and stuff. So it's going to be really cool to see this running on the new engine, and just overall, you know, I'm really excited to see exactly what all they're going to put into this beta. And then hopefully, like I said, we're going to be getting a showcase video here very soon, before the end of the year, so we can kind of see them showcasing some of the cool features and stuff coming to DayZ 0.63 when it releases sometime early next year. But that's pretty much all for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys are psyched for the DayZ beta, and you guys want me to make more videos like this, make sure to slap that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see some more DayZ content, also covering Ghost Recon Wildlands, a little bit of Call of Duty. Definitely going to be covering some Far Cry 5 and maybe a few other games along with Escape from Tarkov and stuff. So if you guys are into some of those really cool shooters and you guys want to stay tuned to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you guys do not miss any of my uploads. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later.